estate agents. Welcome to the Weekly Closer. I'm your host, Jeff Underwood, along with my co-host, Joey Sampaga. He's the preacher man back there. Yes. How are you feeling, buddy?
I'm doing all right, getting over a cold.
Oh, no.
Yes, that's why I'm talking way over here.
You taking your vitamin C and all that?
I am.
Drinking lots of water?
Fresh juice, grape juice and orange juice.
You're staying out of the cold, right?
I'm trying.
You know what? Is that really even true? I don't even know if that's true. If you go out in the cold, you catch a cold.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Heather says that it's not.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah,
I don't think so either. Because then everybody that go to Green Bay games and all that, I mean, they would just constantly be cold, wouldn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we have a great guest with us today.
We do.
Yeah, absolutely. That guest is Tina Valiant with the TK Group, powered by HomeSmart. How you doing, Tina?
Good, great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being on. You're going to share some wisdom with us all.
This is going to be good.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah,
I mean, I love doing this kind of thing just to get information out there to agents that have a lot of questions and a lot of people that want to take their career to the next level.
Absolutely. All right, well, we're going to get started right now. How about you let the agents that are listening or watching know how long you've been in the business, kind of what got you into real estate.
Sure. So I've been in the business 20 years, started in Orlando, started in timeshare, don't hate me, and learned a lot of sales techniques, went on to build law offices, foreclosure defense, loan modification, short sale negotiations for 10 years, and then went into more of the investing side. I moved to Phoenix in 2017 and started my real estate career here in January. Figured I better kind of figure out how to do things here in Arizona. It's completely different. And first year really focused on just being my own agent, and a couple people along the way wanted to join my team, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have a team. Because that's what we're gonna do. I started teaching Ignite classes with Keller Williams, and I just started kind of gathering people. Second year is when I really focused on how to build a team, how to put my processes together, how to do their training, and make them successful. As a matter of fact, I stopped taking my own clients intentionally in May of 2018 and just focused on my team.
Really?
And we've gone on to win a lot of awards here in Arizona. First year as a full team, we won 4 different awards. This last year, they hit the same numbers at almost 100 transactions for the year.
Wow.
And we focus primarily in the Sun Cities because I love the clients out there. I love that we get to make a difference for everybody that we meet.
Got it.
So I guess that's why I'm here today, is because everybody wants to know, how do you build a team?
Yeah, absolutely. So what made you focus on Sun City also? What's kind of the main, or how did you get into that, I guess?
Well, I didn't know where I wanted to be.
Okay.
And I took a listing out there and I made that my office. I had it open every day, and people started coming in. It had this great, like, old rustic table in this listing. And so I would just sit there and work and do different things, and people would come in and talk to me. I didn't know anything about the Sun Cities, but the people were so friendly. So they would come in, they would sit down, they would drink coffee with me, may not even be looking for real estate. They just wanted to talk to somebody. Lo and behold, they start bringing me their friends. Hey, this person's in town, I need you to help them. And then, oh, I had a realtor, but that's not really working out. I came looking for you because I knew you would be here. Wow. I had that listing and I only had 8 transactions done, which was pretty good for being a new agent here. I think that was in June, right? And I started in January. And by the end of the year, I closed 42 properties on my own. And that was just literally making that my office for 7 months and just building my clientele. And then probably September of that year, I got so busy. One night I got home after showing 3 different people properties, and I had 26 voicemails. Whoa. And I had 28 text messages, and I remember just sitting there at 9, 10 o'clock at night just crying. Like, how am I going to be the agent that services these people the way they deserve to be serviced? And that's when I hired my full-time assistant. And she actually tripled my production by bringing her on.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were sitting in the open house for 7 months, making that your office.
Yep.
This must have been like $1 million home or something.
No. In the Sun Cities, you would think it was. I mean, it was literally listed at like $385. But here's the thing. It was a 3-bedroom house, completely renovated on 1/3 of an acre in the middle of the city with a pool.
Oh.
Nobody wants that in Sun City.
Yeah.
Very few people want a pool. And you would think in June it would have sold great. We ended up finally selling it after 7 months. Really didn't negotiate on the price a lot. We really didn't. But it was really a hard sell with like a third of an acre. Nobody wants a third of an acre out there. Yeah, they don't want to take care of it. They're older. They didn't want a 2,500 square foot home per se. It wasn't the house. It was like, I actually had to get estimates on how to fill in the pool because people did not want the pool.
Wow.
They were like, that's maintenance. I don't want maintenance.
Yeah.
So finally, 7 months later, we sold it. But at that point, I had so many listings and I had to hire some agents to sit some of my other listings because we had so many.
Wow.
Wow. So, and that's when you hired your first assistant. Now, is that your personal assistant now? Okay.
Mariah runs my life. We have this tagline, everybody needs a mow. Everybody needs a mow. Okay? Like one day I was out of olive oil. She shows up with olive oil. Okay? Like if I need something picked up from the dry cleaner, she does it. If my kids need something, she runs and does it. She also runs my bookkeeping. When I'm taking clients personally, she sets up all of my showings. She rates my contracts. She reviews my team's contracts. I mean, I would not exist if I did not have Mariah.
She your first hire?
No, I had a couple of team members, and she actually, ironically, started out as an agent on my team. We were all at Keller Williams at the time, and by the way, I think Keller Williams is a great company. They just didn't work for my team. They worked for me personally. They didn't work for my team. And she came on as an agent. She had taken bold, she had done everything, and she just wasn't getting anywhere in sales. So I hired her and I said, listen, I'm not really looking to have a team right now, and I have a couple of agents. I don't know how much time I can give you because I'm pretty busy. She's like, that's fine. Well, every day she'd call me and be like, okay, so where are we going today? And she just shadowed me. She always had this notebook that she called her brain, and everything I would say, she'd write it down. Everything. I'm like, okay, well, I can't teach determination, and this girl has it. So
when you talked about your husband, you told her, this is off the record? No, I'm just kidding.
Right? So, and it was so funny because, like, every day she'd be like, okay, where are we going today? I want to shadow you. Where are we going? Where are we going? And then she started doing her own open houses, and I started developing my training system during that time. She still holds the record for getting 27 people to sign into one open house over a weekend with full information.
Wow.
I mean, she was a beast at getting their information. But then she didn't know what to do with it. And she didn't like the sales part of it. So I started realizing that she had a talent above and beyond real estate. And everybody needs somebody in their organization that has that talent behind them to keep you organized, to keep your thoughts. I mean, I do brain dumps with her all the time, what we call it, like where I sit down and I'm like, okay, I have all these thoughts. I need to get them out. You just write. And so she'll just write them all out and then she files them. She has this little electronic notebook that she just like uploads it into her computer under different tabs.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So she's organized.
Oh yeah. Everybody needs somebody like that in their organization because we don't all have that talent.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I think I remember. Do you remember Todd Duncan from the mortgage side of the business?
Yeah.
I think he used to say, or had a book out, I don't know, where he had your to-do list and your don't-do list, right? So one of the things was he doesn't, well, I think this was one of his things, he doesn't go to the dry cleaners. So he has somebody to do those things because what he's doing is bringing in the revenue, right?
Exactly.
Versus taking time out of the day to do those other things. So
you have to have somebody in your organization that is the creative and then the implementer, and then you have to have somebody that's the organizer and kind of puts it all together and makes sure that it happens and keeps you on task.
Yeah.
So I'm really fortunate to have her because I am the creative when we're like putting trainings together. I mean, I write books, I do all kinds of stuff, right? And she helps me keep all of that organized and keep me on task to keep me moving forward.
Okay. All right.
As well as my coach. I also have a coach that pushes me.
So when did you make that decision to say, you know what, you need to be my assistant?
Well, it was literally that night that I had so many calls. And at the time I was married, and my husband at the time, he looked at me and he's like, okay, you need an assistant, because he didn't want to be that person even though he technically was part of the team. And it became a situation where I was not allowed to like leave the house without somebody with me because we were that busy. So she would sit in my passenger seat and just answer phone calls while I was driving to our destinations and fielding things so that everybody always got somebody on the phone. So
wow.
Yeah.
All right. And you said 90% of the business is coming from Sun City area, correct?
Yes.
So what are you doing out there to stay in front of everyone?
So we are known for
golf carts with signs?
No, we're known for open houses.
Okay.
I have my own open house sign team.
Oh.
And it's my son, and he puts out 20 to 25 open house signs per open house, directing them in. I have an open house coordinator on my team that everybody gives her their schedule. She schedules their open houses for the week according to what they want. And then he goes and puts out all the signs, and all their marketing materials are there waiting for them when they get there.
Wow. That
So
makes it easy for the agent.
their job is to be with people.
Yeah.
Even from the point of contract, I have a transaction coordinator take over so they're not inundated with paperwork. That's a requirement on my team. I pay for him. So it's very systematized to make sure that my agents, who their talent is to be with people and sales, that's what they should be doing. They shouldn't be focusing on the things that don't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So,
Wow,
so
that's
your
great.
open house team is something that you decided, you know, we need to put this together so we can make our open houses awesome.
yes.
So you said you have one person leading it, and then
So here's how it works.
Yeah.
The agents give us their schedules on Fridays. My open house coordinator finds the open houses for them because our listings sell too quickly. So we coordinate with other agents in the area and we hold their open houses.
Got it.
And then there's 20 to 25 open house signs put out per open house. So we try to pick open houses in a 5-mile radius so that area is inundated with our brand. And people know, and we call it an open house tour. So people actually know that we do these tours every week. They'll actually just come into our open houses to get a tour flyer.
wow.
We don't have property flyers at the open houses. We only have the tour flyers because we want them to ask us for information.
Okay.
We will email it to them. That's how we
Got
get
it.
their information.
Really?
That's a great plan.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, we have a lot of different techniques on my team, and I teach them how to truly sell. And I think that is a big thing missing in this industry is that
Right.
everybody gets into real estate, but everybody doesn't realize how much of a sales job it actually is, and they don't treat it as that. They need to know how to overcome objections, how to go through their closing sequences, how to get people truly interested, how to set themselves apart from other agents out there. And that's what we teach on my team.
Got it.
Interesting. So if someone walks in the open house and says, "How much is this house?" Give me your information. I'll email it to you.
Well, so on the tour flyer, it has the bedroom and bath, and
Yeah.
it has the price.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Then if they're like, well, what's the taxes? Where do you have a little sheet on this house? What's the upgrades? We'll be like, you know what? I have those all digitally for you, and I'd be happy to email them to you if that's okay. I mean, it's up to you if you'd like me to do that, but it takes me no time at all.
Sure. Huh. That's good
So-
stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
Good stuff.
So what's the team makeup right now? What's the structure, or how many people, or kind of break that down a little bit for us?
So team members come and go. I actually just recently had a team member call me this weekend. He's been with me for a year, brand new in the industry. I take a lot of brand new agents and mold them right out of the gate. And he actually had an opportunity to become a partner with a team in Scottsdale and start his own team. And it's bittersweet because it's like raising your kids and then them going off to college and getting ready to embark on their own life. So I'm really
Yeah.
proud of him for being able to do that. And at the same time, you know, now he's not on my team anymore, and I miss him, and it's hard because I become attached to all of my team members. We typically run with about 8 agents. Sometimes we'll get up to 15, but agents either they don't have what it takes.
Yeah.
They're not dedicated. I mean, I work my team. They do typically 3 open houses a week, and then the rest of the time they're out with clients. So a lot of agents don't want to work that hard.
Yeah.
So they'll
Yeah,
join the
that's right.
team and they'll be like, I don't know that I want to work this hard.
Yeah.
I've got into real estate for flexibility. I want my own
Yes.
time. I
Yeah.
want to be able to binge watch Netflix. Come on.
Right.
No.
They don't want to leave their house. They're like, oh, no, the phone will ring. All my friends and family
Yeah,
will call me.
Exactly.
I'm like, no.
It won't.
As a matter of fact, they're probably going to call somebody else,
That's right.
and they don't see you as a true professional half the time.
Yeah.
So, you got to get out there. It's a popularity contest. You've
Yeah.
got to get out there with people and make yourself known and meet as many people as you can every single day. And how do you do that? It's not going and networking with other real estate agents.
Yeah.
Exactly. So these 8 agents that you have, are they just, I guess, do they do buying and listing?
Yes.
Okay.
I attend all of their listing appointments. Because listings are a whole different breed.
Sure.
You know, you've really got to tap into what people want now, where are they going next, because we want to make sure they have a plan and pricing and marketing. So I go to all of the listing appointments with my team. They are on their own as far as buyers. They call me constantly. Okay, this is what they want. This is the property I found. We want to put in an offer. How do I structure this offer? Because they're all relatively new.
Sure.
And I mean, they're just killing it. I think this weekend, as of today, just from this weekend, I think we've written 4 or 5 contracts.
Wow.
Just from this weekend.
Wow. Yeah. So you're always looking for the right talent?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yes. I don't want a huge team. I think that's the biggest thing. I'm actually going to be helping another agent in Scottsdale build her team, because we're not in the East Valley, and there's just something about her. I think she has what it takes to make a team a lot like mine. So I'm going to be coaching her and assisting her with doing that. My team, if the right person comes along, only 1 in 5 people that try out for my team actually make it. I'm looking for something specific. They've got to have the personality, but more so, it can't just be about money to them.
Yeah.
Our clients are all in a transition in their life, whether they're embarking on retirement and this is an exciting time for them, or they lost a spouse and they need to move back with family, or they're moving into assisted living. All of them are in transitions. I need agents that have heart. And if they don't have that, they're not the right fit for us.
Yeah. All right.
So.
Wow.
That's good stuff.
And you do sales training too, right? Is that right?
I do.
Okay. I want us to get into that a little bit. As
Okay.
far as like, what types of training are you putting on? Is it, I know obviously you're using it for your own team, but also with HomeSmart, and also open, I guess, to other agents.
all
out
other
there.
agents.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So we call it the 16 secret steps, or I always forget the name of it, but it's basically the 16 steps of the process, the
So it's
sales
not memory
process.
training.
No. I'm getting ready to change the name, but I want to make sure that it has like sales in it, because I do such advanced training in this workshop. It's a 2-day workshop. I do it monthly, usually on the first Tuesday and Wednesday of the month. It's only $4.99. They walk out with a workbook. They can call me if they have future questions. And it literally dives into, okay, from the first point of meeting somebody at an open house all the way through to the close of a property is the first day. 16 steps.
Sure.
Okay, if you miss any of those steps, you're probably not going to get a transaction.
Wow.
Okay, the second day is all about your advanced training. It's closing sequences, handling objections, mindset, all of the things that nobody teaches real estate agents. They really don't.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking about techniques like feel, felt, found, which is a very simple technique of somebody comes to you with an objection and like, I don't like galley kitchens. You know, I completely understand why you feel that way. Many of my clients have felt the same way, and this is what they found with this particular floor plan. Now you're relating it to somebody else. You're not telling them. So we do a lot of different techniques, takeaway techniques, trial closes, third-party stories, real sales training that corporate companies teach, but I have taken it all and put it into real estate.
Sure.
And I find it so sad that nobody else teaches agents that. So I decided I have to. I have a book that will be coming out this year called Relationship Real Estate.
Oh,
it's
nice.
3/4 done now. The publisher's like jumping at the bit to try to get it out. And it goes over all of that as well.
Wow.
We're also putting it into a video series so that people can go back and review. So when they do take the course, they'll also get the video series to be able to go back and relearn some of the techniques.
That's awesome. I can't wait till that comes out.
That's cool.
I know. I'm super excited
Yeah.
about it.
I bet you are.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you do like DLP and downswings and
All of the corporate training sales stuff. I mean, it's intense.
Sure.
You know, and the other thing that I go over in the training is door knocking. Let me give you like this little sample of door knocking. Okay.
Let's do it.
People are always like, well, how do I go and just door knock? I'm going to ask them for their business. No. When you have a listing, you go knock on all the doors around the whole block and you say, hi, my name is Tina Valiant and I have a listing down the street. I wanted to introduce myself. Wanted you to know who I am because you're going to be seeing me and my team. And we'll keep you updated through the process, but we didn't want you to be alarmed.
Oh.
Then, when it goes under contract, you go walk back around. Hi, it's me again, Tina Valiant. Just wanted to let you know. The listing went under contract, so now you're going to be seeing people that are there doing inspections. There might be some people on the roof and things like that. Some different cars that you may not recognize. Didn't want you to be alarmed.
Wow.
Then, when it closes, you go back. Hi, it's Tina Valiant again. Wanted you to know it closed. Your new neighbors' names are, Sam and Susie. They'd love to meet you sometime. By the way, while we were doing the open houses over here, we had so many buyers for this neighborhood, but there's just no inventory. Do you know anybody around here that would like to buy or like to sell their property? Because we're really running out of inventory and we have this need.
Wow.
Can you help me? By that time, you've already met them 3 times.
Right.
Now you're friendly. They trust you because you've been keeping them updated, and they might even tell you they want to sell.
Yeah. Yep. That's
Right.
good.
Where do I register for your class?
Anybody can
Like now.
anybody can email me at Tina, T-I-N-A, at Tina Valiant, VALIANT.com. You can also call me at 602-644-0591, and we have a registration form and a class outline.
Awesome. I'm signing up
All
for that.
right.
Yeah.
That is cool. So they can reach out to you either for the sales training
Yep.
or potentially
Being on the team.
Absolutely. And I'm
trying out for the team.
Trying out, yes.
I am looking for about 3 to 4 new members for busy season. Right now is the time. We make 60% of our income in the next 5 months for the whole year.
Got it.
So, you know, we're definitely looking for some more people because I double up my team members at their open houses right now. We're getting, on an average right now, 26 to 28 couples in a day per open house. So I have to have 2 agents there. And then probably next month, we might even get up to 55 couples in a day in an open house, depending on the location.
Wow. Wow.
You know, Jeff and I, we talk about branding and niching and that type of thing. And so really it seems to me that your niche is open houses.
Yes.
So learning that, getting to know that really well and putting your processes in place and just killing it.
Well, and HomeSmart just did, at the beginning of the year, this last year, they kicked off this whole series on different techniques that their agents across the country that are top agents are using, and they had me on this one podcast. They've had to repeat playing that podcast several times because so many people have gone and used the first 5 steps that I talk about in that podcast. And across the nation. The other interesting thing is I went to one of the team leader masterminds with HomeSmart, and all of the team leaders were sitting in there going, you know, we've been paying for Zillow leads and all of these things, and that just doesn't seem to be working anymore. So we're going back to the basics, where we're going back to open houses and things like that. So all of a sudden they're picking my brain in this team leader mastermind meeting when I'm there to learn from them.
Yeah.
And they're like, how do you do this? So now HomeSmart has me like up on there, like regional meetings and stuff going, okay, what's the first 5 steps? How do you set up your open house? How do you get people to talk to you? I have a very different, very non-invasive approach to getting people to talk to us.
But this type of marketing, right, is relational, and I don't think that ever goes out of style.
It does not.
Right? You can do this all the time and just, you know, build your database, I guess, from the inside out, rather than trying to do the online stuff and just doing Facebook ads and doing all this, because that will go out of style.
It will go out of style, and that's why they kept asking me to write this book, because it's about relationship real estate.
Yeah.
It's about how to build your clientele based on interpersonal interaction, like where you're face to face with people, and getting them to talk to you where you don't look like you're just the big bad salesperson. Because you have to understand, when you meet people, especially at an open house, they walk in, they are scared to death that you're going to try to get their information and sell them. We call it their popcorn. They're going to give you some kind of story, not to give you any information. I have an agent. I'm just a neighbor. I just want to see the decor. Anything that they can tell you, they come up with these stories before they walk in, just like buying a timeshare. When you go into a timeshare presentation, you do the same thing.
Jeff loves timeshares. he loves going because he likes the deals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he and his wife.
I would have ate you for breakfast during those.
I don't know. One that always works is the market's getting ready to crash. I'm not going to buy anything.
Ooh, see, I have. You know what? People are trying that right now, in buying a house.
Oh, yeah,
Recently, I had an agent that was the objection that this woman came back with, and we did a total feel, felt, found on her, where we were like, I completely understand why you feel that way. Many of our clients feel the same way, but here's what my clients have found based on their research. And we went into 263 people are moving into Arizona a day in Maricopa County. We have more colleges, more art type of things coming into town, all of these different facts that we gave them about Arizona and why it's growing. So what they found is this seems like a pretty good investment to them. I don't know about you and what your thoughts are. You'll have to let me know.
Wow. She
came back and said, my dad's out of town this week. I'll be ready to start looking next week.
Nice.
There you go.
Feel,
felt, found. Now that I've told it to you, you'll start hearing people do it to you all the time and they don't even realize it. You're empathizing. You're letting them know that they're just like everybody else. And then you're letting them know what others have found without you telling them how to feel about it.
Huh.
There you go.
I wonder if that'll work with my wife.
You know what? It probably would, as long as she's not listening to this podcast.
Yes. Yeah, she doesn't listen to me anyway. So,
so you say a lot of the buyers are out of state? Then
a lot of our buyers this time of year are out of state. Out of the 4 or 5 contracts we've written in the last couple of days, half of those are cash buyers. That's one of the things I love about the Sun Cities too, is we typically don't deal with credit issues or anything like that. My boyfriend's one of my loan officers, and he's like,
and
okay.
I'm sorry, I said husband earlier, didn't I?
No, yeah, I used to have a husband. I have a boyfriend.
I corrected it.
But he's one of my loan officers at Academy Mortgage, and he's like, okay, like, call me for the pre-quals. They're like, they're cash. What do you want me to do? 50% of our buyers right now are going to be cash.
Okay. That's always best.
Are you seeing from certain parts of the country more so that are moving here?
Washington.
Or Canada even, or no?
The Canadians haven't come in yet.
Okay.
They'll start coming in the next couple of weeks. Right now, we have a lot of people here from Washington. We have our New Yorkers and our few people from Boston coming in right now. But Washington is a really big one. California is another one, especially people that have been hit with the fires. We have a lot of people coming in from California based on taxes, water, and the fires that have hit different areas. We've sold homes to 2 people that have lost their homes in the fires.
Oh, boy.
All right. Great information.
That's really good
Thank you. Are you ready to get in the ring? Anything else you want to say before we transition?
Let's transition.
All right. Let's get in the ring. What do you think the reason is that most agents are not successful, or many agents are not successful?
Lack of training. Like I said, they really don't know how to sell. They kind of get in over their water. The other thing is they don't know where to start. When I talk to many agents, when they get into real estate, they're like, "Well, I got to set up a website and I gotta have this and I gotta have that," and it becomes so overwhelming and mind-boggling to them that they just don't start anywhere. The reality of it is, you don't have to do any of that to start. Just get in front of people. The rest of it will come over time.
There you go. All right. Best advice anyone's ever given you?
Ooh, the best advice, and this isn't real estate related. Never burn bridges.
Okay.
The bottom line is this: when people do you wrong in some way, at least you know what to expect from those people.
All right.
So never burn bridges with those people.
Favorite mobile app?
Ooh, I don't know. Probably YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
I love YouTube.
Yeah, I love YouTube.
You can find anything on there.
You can find anything, but it's the music, it's the videos, it's different videos from different speakers. I love that. I love hearing motivational speakers. It's fun.
All right.
Who's your favorite motivational speaker?
I don't know that I have any one particular one. I just I'll see something motivation and I'll just kind of pick up on it. And then if it's something I really, really like, I'll share it with my team. I like Darren Daly's a lot. I read those a lot when they come in and things like that. I just like people that are positive.
Okay. All right. How about a book recommendation? Yours is almost coming out.
Yeah,
but.
so that'd be the one.
The Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy.
Okay.
Oh. You know, speaking of book, when yours does come out, we'd love to have you back on the show and promote that baby.
I have 2 books coming out, actually. The
Really?
first one has been done for a little while. It's for women, and it is how to find their voice and not put themselves in a box. So that one was more personally inspired based on things I've overcome in my life. And then everybody was like, no, write a real estate book, write a real estate book, write a real estate book. So I did.
So you did. If enough people want it, you might as well do it, right?
Yeah. Might as well do it.
All right. And last question.
Okay.
Have we draw from the mask?
This
Oh.
is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
Here we go, here we go. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? I would love to go to Spain.
Oh.
I love the culture of Spain, the people, and I think that their architecture is absolutely beautiful. I would also love to go watch the running of the bulls, but I don't want to be in it. I just want to see that people are really that crazy.
Yeah.
So, and I would also love to go to an in-person soccer game there, because I think that soccer there would just be like this whole rush of emotion.
Yeah.
So
Do they call it football over there?
they do. They call it football, but if I say that here, everybody's like, "What are you talking about?" So
Yeah. Yeah.
Running
Let's
with the
see. We just
bulls.
had a friend watch the Running the Bulls, didn't we?
Oh, that's right. Kevin.
Kevin was.
Yeah.
did he
Over
do it
there.
or did he watch it?
He watched it.
So he's like
oh, wait,
me.
I think he watched it, right? He was
Did
up
he
on a
watch
balcony.
it?
Remember? He was showing them a video.
That's right. He was doing a
He
whole
did some.
Instagram.
He did some kind of.
tour journey where he hiked.
Walked. He hiked like
I
I
forget
don't know
the
how
name
many
of it.
miles it was, but it was.
Yeah.
I was. Yeah, it made me tired watching him. Anyway. Well, thank you so much for being in here.
Oh, I loved it.
It's
Thank
been
you.
a great time.
This is
A lot of great
awesome.
information. And I guess one more time, tell people how they can find out more about the training.
Sure. And they can contact me at tina@tinavaliant.com, or they can contact us at 602-644-0591. And of course, they will either get me or Mariah.
There we go. Awesome. Thank you so much for being in.
Yes.
Thank you.
And thanks to Elisa, too. We forgot to say that
Yes,
earlier.
yes.
Elisa Axelrod for bringing it in here.
That's right.
Elisa Axelrod with
She's cool, huh?
Security Title, she's amazing. She really is. I love her zest for life.
Yeah, she's cool. All right, agents, until next time, we hope you're having a great 2020. We'll see you later. Good job.